I haven't shared the piece of information I'm about to reveal to anyone, mostly because the timing hasn't been right. I wasn't about to overshadow all the positive things happening around us, but I need someone to talk to about it. I swallow past the lump in my throat. Several months ago, Bella suffered a miscarriage. I hang my head in sadness. It feels good to talk to someone and to finally acknowledge our loss. I look back up at him. Sadness mars his face. She had found out she was pregnant by taking one of those home tests, but before she could go to the doctor to confirm it, we lost the baby. I tell him. I remember both days like it happened yesterday. Bella and I find time every weekend to take a ride on my bike, always ending up at the lake. Bella wore a smile that outshined the sun all day, which in turn made my day even better. While sitting on the ground with her between my legs, we sat in silence. As the hues of golds and reds danced across the surface of the water, Bella spun around, wrapped her legs around my hips, and reached into her back pocket. "Close your eyes," she said, as she leaned forward and whispered in my ear. A smile tugged at my lips, and I played along. Lifting my hand, Bella slipped what she had been holding onto my palm, and I wrapped my fingers around the object. "Open your eyes," she said softly. My gaze fell between us to look down at my unopened hand. When I opened it, the word pregnant stared back at me from a white and blue stick. I felt it. My heart skipped a beat. When I lifted my head, I took her in. The woman I love. I'm going to be a dad? I would have never thought I could feel so many emotions at once. I wasn't prepared to be so overwhelmed. She bobbed her head up and down, giving me a definite yes. Then I kissed her. Nothing could have prepared me for what happened a few days later. She wanted to wait until she confirmed the pregnancy with a doctor first, before sharing the news with everyone. The following week, 2 days before her appointment, she woke up in the middle of the night with terrible cramping and spotting. Worry set in, so we decided to go to the emergency room. A few hours later, we were back home. Completely devastated. Bella was having a miscarriage. I held her until she cried herself to sleep. The one sound that crushes me more than anything in this world is the sound of her crying. "Why didn't you say anything, son?" Jake lets out a hefty sigh. Because her sister had announced at her wedding she and Gabriel were going to have another baby. Bella's miscarriage was a week before that, and she didn't want to take anything away from Alba and Gabriel's happy news. So, she asked that we keep it to ourselves for a while. A while turned into weeks, and then into months. The timing was never right. I explained to him. Jake gets quiet, the silence in the room welcoming. "I could preach that you should have leaned on your family during your loss, but I won't, because I didn't either." I looked at him confused. "Your aunt miscarried twice, both early in the pregnancy. I wanted to be a father so badly." His eyes start to get a distant look in them. "And she would have made a great mom. I suppose it wasn't meant to be. She clung to you, though. You were the child she could never have, and she poured all her love into you. Eventually, I did the same. You became the son I always wanted." What Jake just shared leaves me speechless. I mean, I know they never had kids, but I never thought they couldn't have them. My aunt was my second mom, and I've always looked at Jake as the father figure in my life. Like you, it got to me at times. The hurt would turn into anger. Never at her, but because I kept the pain to myself. She shared it with your mom, but I don't think she ever told anyone else. I understand more than you know what you're going through and feeling, Logan. I've been there. He bears a piece of himself to me. You need to take some time off from work, from life for a while. We are swamped around here. There's no way I can take time off from work now. I explain. Maybe I should say fuck it and leave town with Bella. I could contact my dad and see about using the house he has in Aspen. A place away from everyone and everything to get back to us. To finally take the time we need to heal.